right, friends. Tonight on SharpBalloons, we made the original Cheetos mascot, the Cheesy Rider. Look at this guy. Oh, very not going to be dated at all, this reference. I love his motorcycle. We couldn't fit the big bag of Cheetos in his saddlebag, but I gave him one big Cheeto in his hand, and I think he likes it that way. Dangerously cheesy. That's why you got to wear a helmet. Dangerously cheesy.
Safely cheesy.
All right. This is actually like it was really nice. Porter's been homesick like all week, and we've been like looking for things for him to do, right? Well, I thought it might be time. Porter twisted his very first balloon dog this week. Look at this. He did such a good job too. I'm sorry, I'm crying a little bit because I'm tired and sick, and it's been a hard week. You know, this poor kid has been up all night, like with a fever and like coughing, and like he's so upset. But then during the day, he's so happy, and look at this. It's better than Mr. Sharp. 160s are better for very little children's.
Hashtag not in all Londons.
Yeah! Just like giving birth.
I'm not trapped in here with you. Your hand is trapped in here with me.
It's true. Okay, now watch
Baby
this.
Mario.
Now we're gonna photo shoot time.
I'm gonna try to get it. It's hard to get the right angle.
I know. How do you? All my sides are good sides. How do you decide?
Well, all your sides are good sides, but what about all the sides of this recording equipment?
Yeah, no, the
that's in
room
the
is
way
not.
here? Okay, all right. Now you're scared of the turkey ride. Oh no! Now the turkey ride is the most fun you've ever had. Turkey told you a horrible secret. You told Turkey a horrible secret.
You're gonna die.
Turkey pants.
Turkey pants. Hey, K-pop fan mom, that's beautiful. I love that. I think Turkey Pants does deserve a resub. Hello, my beautiful friends. We are under the sea. Would you check this out? Under the sea to do some SpongeBob recording. Do you like the bubbles? I figured, here, I'll hide the chat so you can just fully see. I figured this felt like absurd enough to be worthy of SpongeBobbery, you know? I did record already my simple version of SpongeBob. This is my what I would make at a party. If someone asked me for a SpongeBob, I timed this. It's still 7 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's way too long. Way too long. Can you, like, 7 minutes? That means you get to less than 10 kids in an hour. You can't. It's not sustainable for a birthday party. It's fine. It's fine. No one's holding me to any kind of standard. Hello, friends. Flava has to run to the dentist. Flava, we support you. I have myself been through many trials and tribulations of the dental variety, and I have empathy. And I wish you good news. Good reports back. Annie made it. Hello, Annie. MS Gamer, yes, I'm so excited to show you the new camera angle. What? It's been forever since Shana's done anything new. I know. It's kind of my thing. What do we got here? What do we Yet it is Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. And McDougal, yeah, I know. We started early. What even is that? What even is this world? I know. Bonkers. Cadmos! Yes, turkey legs, which is related to, in the same family as the Ghostface abduction balloon. So it was fitting that that came back on screen. K-pop fan mom, 39 months. K-pop. So excited. Thank you. Cheeky Healer, you like my glasses. Thank you. I like to keep them really clean, you know, so I can see through them. Loving the bubbles. I'm glad. I think it's nice. I like this one that's hanging like closer. Little dimension. Whoa. They're already like oxidizing like mad, but you know, it's fine. Bubbles can be kind of cloudy and opaque. Oh, and I've been wearing the glasses on the kids live stream. You know, it's this constant struggle of like trying to build a visual identity while trying to also still feel authentic. Like not like I think it's fair that I as a children's entertainer put on a costume, right? Like that's not weird, but I also don't want to be like a Blippy, you know what I mean? I'm like, Anyway, we're dabbling. I'm gonna look back through these like 10 years from now and be like, oh yeah, that was when I was in the stage of putting headscarves on my head. Right now, we are in the era of lensless glasses and iridescent lower liner dots. Hey, Mr. Sharp. Mr. Sharp is here. He brought me some fruit. Thank you, babe. I love you. Would you like to say hi to everybody? I guess we can say hi to these people. Hi, good morning, Mr. Sharp. Good Monday.
Hi to these people.
Hi to these people.
Hi to these people. If Taylor Swift gave us anything of value, it's the concept of eras.
Floaty Arby. Greetings.
And floating Arby's. That was her idea.
Exactly.
Concept of eras in your life and the concept of an Arby's built on some sort of movable island.
I do feel like
so
maybe
in coastal cities you bring the meats.
Yes, the legendary
to the coast.
lost city of Arblanta. Arblantis.
Hey, Fort Worth, we're coming to you. Floating Arby's. But also the idea of eras, where you can do a thing every single day for 3 years and then stop.
And you wake up the next day and you're like, I'm not the fake glasses girl anymore.
It doesn't mean that those 3 years where you did it every day, somehow you were wrong.
It's not a betrayal of self to evolve.
And it's not wrong to keep doing it. It's not wrong to stop doing it. You can be like, yes, that was my headscarf era, to which I shall return when I am ready.
Maybe.
Is that time now? No. Could it be tomorrow? Perhaps. I'm not in tomorrow. How could I know?
I don't have future sight.
I don't have future sight.
Did you hear it?
Precog.
These glasses are fake.
It helps her interpersonally. She's much better at making eye contact. Blank.
Ow. MS Gamer says, avoid Ursula the Sea Witch. You don't want to lose your voice. As a creator, you need that. Look, Ursula wouldn't be asking me for my voice, though. I feel like she asked the Little Mermaid for her voice because she's a beautiful singer. Ursula would ask for my hands.
Is Ursula a metaphor for changing herself for a man?
I mean, probably not intentionally originally.
Right. Like your voice. Hans Christian Andersen.
It's a little
Did
too...
Hans Christian Andersen write Ursula? No, probably not.
There's a sea witch. Her name was not Ursula,
okay,
but there is
gotcha.
a sea witch.
Sea witch.
And she does grant the wish in exchange for the voice. She gives the legs. She also does this thing where it's like the Little Mermaid is like, I regret this now. He's engaged to someone else. I can't talk to him. I realize the error of my ways. And her sisters, remember the sisters in the beginning of the movie? They go like, sister. They come up to the boat and they're like, hey, we talked to the sea witch. And we exchanged our beautiful mermaid hair. They cut off their hair, not their voices.
Oh, Henry.
For this dagger. And if you stab the prince in the heart and let the blood drops fall on your legs, you'll get your fish back or something.
Yeah, we've all read that fine print.
Yeah. She still said no. She still decides not to stab him in the end. Spoiler alert. It's, complicated. Liz is here. RC is here. RC, again, to those of you who missed it, RC Maniac made a huge donation to the Sharp family, the Sharp Family Foundation. Like, what do we even call it? We're not a nonprofit. I mean, we are a nonprofit. We're trying to break that habit. Thank you so much. Hey, RC Maniac, you...
RC, Ursula would ask for Mr. Sharp's voice. I would ask for Ursula's voice. We don't ask much. Just your voice.
Body language.
Body language.
Yeah, I mean...
She's so
That's
good.
a great trade.
That
A
lady's so
fantastic.
good.
You're like, yeah, you can have my voice. If I get yours.
Sassy girly.
I love it. You bubbles, RC.
Uno reverse? Or is it just like a baseball trade? Look, we'll send you our starting voice for your starting voice. They could both use a change of scenery.
They could.
Yeah.
McDougal, it is that time of year where the turkey pants come out, yes.
Also, I did not realize that Floaty Arby's is a person. I apologize for
No, we're making fun of them.
hearing
We're
your
not
name
making fun
and
of them.
imagining what it is. I don't. I see that I've gotten your Floaty Arby's wrong, and you can
Floaty
correct
Arby.
me.
We apologize. This is really more of what shall I say? More of a symptom of our, my husband and I's intense ADHD.
Also, I started talking before looking at the chat.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's ADHD. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she read.
Like, we hear a thing, and then our brains are like, that reminds me of a thing. I'm going to talk about it a lot right now. And then also because we're, like, streaming, and we're, like, real people to, like, give us that awkward look where we're like, oh, we should stop now. We just encourage each other.
Also, we got Liz in the OC, and we got Elsie in the Chai.
Yeah! Let's go! Redtastic. I love that. Creates, but if the man brings snacks, yes. If the man brings snacks, worth the voice. No, not worth the voice. But maybe worth losing the fishtail, gaining human feet, which, by the way, in I believe the original telling, each step she took felt like knives stabbing into her feet or something like that.
Well, for the first few steps or something, but then she probably gets used to it. Those are brand new feet. Look, babies.
First day with the new feet.
Babies work
Babies are
up to that
terrible
over
at
like a
walking.
year. You
They
know,
do get a year.
they
Although
stand on it a little bit. And
I feel
plump
like
back
she
down.
was magically granted mature musculature. That would be hilarious. They're like, I will give you new legs. The tail disappears and she gets literal infant
Little
legs.
baby names.
How freaking hilarious. Someone do that. That needs to be like a comic panel where it's like, I'll give you new legs. I make the change. Oh, the voice goes. And then like, ding, little tiny baby legs. Ah! I'd love it.
Or even if they're like normal.
They're like the chubby
aged
little
legs.
like wrinkles in the thighs.
It's like, you ever get up after like sitting down for a long time, and like you step on your feet for the first time, and it's like the muscles have to remember, like, ha! Oh,
No,
right. Oh,
my
this,
legs,
we do this. We do
my
this.
legs
Yeah,
fall asleep
yeah,
all the time.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
yours?
Oh yeah.
Here's my problem. This is maybe TMI. Sitting on the toilet too long because I'm looking at my phone because I'm like reading. I'm like not fully engaged in the process the toilets were intended for, and like just the way the seat hits, my legs fall asleep, and then I'm like, now I can't get up, and I have to like walk like a, like someone who's going through physical therapy.
Floaty Arby is based on them being an inflatable pool toy in VRC. And like the character Arbiter from Halo 2.
From Halo 2. Nice! Well, welcome, Floaty Arby. We're happy to have you here. Thanks for floating in our orbit.
RC and Chi Healer both agree that it's like Deadpool's baby legs.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
One of the stories, this is the tea.
Ooh, I love the
is
tea.
that The Little Mermaid was based on a guy that Hans Christian Andersen was in love with who was straight and did not reciprocate his feelings.
I have heard that as well. Hans Christian Andersen is like a super interesting character. I mean,
So
as
that
are
in a
like,
way
let's
where
say,
it's like partly
all
good and
artists.
partly not so good.
Yeah, like there's definitely like he maybe wasn't great. He's definitely neurodivergent.
Sure.
And like not great at maybe picking up on social signals. And like maybe a little like obsessive and petulant. But also a master of using, I was going to say the English language. I'm pretty sure it was the Danish language to communicate wonderful stories. Life is weird. Humans are flawed.
Yeah, they weren't better at English than us yet.
And they certainly weren't better at like
Took about a
existing in
century.
society yet. So, you know, have heroes on small pedestals is the answer. Finally, have a moment to myself. I will sacrifice my legs. That's actually funny. It's like a Little Mermaid, like, what I want most in the world is some time to myself, but you must sacrifice your legs. Very well, then. And she's just sitting on the toilet, and they're like falling asleep. Well, I did make the trade. No, I mean, I think Ariel would find toilets a fascinating new novelty. She's used to just, like, letting that string just, like, kind of build up behind her until finally it like breaks off. You ever seen like goldfish in the tank? Talk about fish poo, people.
It's Monday. As a Solo Jago.
Hey!
Sharpie jam, sharpie sharp.
Sharpie jam, sharpie sharp. Sharpie jam, sharpie sharp. Thank you. Oh, ballerina. That was like the was it the red shoes? That Hans Christian Andersen wrote. Did he write the Red Shoes?
Which one's the red shoes?
He wrote Thumbelina, Little Mermaid. The Red Shoes is like, I don't know if he wrote the Red Shoes.
Or is Tom Thumb just a straight rip?
It's like men just taking women's stories, you know?
Bro.
Like, oh, you prove that DNA is in a double helix? Yoink! For the patriarchy.
It's like, yeah, we've been doing a lot of research, and turns out what kids that listen to stories really like are things the size of a thumb. This is what the analytics say, so we're trying to develop some more thumb-sized stories.
Right. Honestly, I don't know. Like, where is Tom Thumb in all this? I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah, there's a Thumbelina, there's a Tom Thumb, there's the Thumb the dog. It's a dog shaped like a thumb.
Thumbs is my dog. All right, friends. Thank you, by the way, Solo Jago, for that 101 bits. I appreciate it.
Thumbkin, right?
Oh, yeah. Where is Thumbkin? Where is
can Thumbkin be done about
Hey, right here. Are you blind? Giving you thumbs up now. Giving you thumbs up now. Going away. Going away.
Also, what about that thumb version of the Titanic? Where does that fit in all this?
A thumb version of the Titanic?
I guess I didn't see that one.
I did not. Were like all the people like little thumbs?
I don't remember if it's called the Thumbtanic or if that's just the thing that my brain would decide it was called.
Okay. So there you go. There's that. Can Thumbkin be done about it? I see what you did there. You had like a better joke than I did. I didn't hear it. In my head because I'm reading. Okay, friends. So we've obviously got the studio all set up in a bubbly underwater wonderland because I will be shooting some YouTube videos of SpongeBob designs, SpongeBob balloon designs. So my plan today is to work a little on this. I'd like to film the building of my SpongeBob finds out Squidward likes Krabby Patty's face. The one where his eyes are like squished up and he's biting his lower lip. You know the one. We worked on it last week. So I'm going to kind of try and get my camera angle set up, and I will be not reading chat while I'm filming that. So what I'll do when we're about ready for that is I'll pin a message in chat that says Shana's not reading chat, but it'll be super duper great if you happen to be paying attention in chat and someone comes in and doesn't know what's going on, if you could just like tell them like heads up, she is ignoring you, but it's not you, it's her. You know what I mean. You're a huge Spongebob fan. You know what would be floaty? This Spongebob.
Wait. The mind meld between floating and Arby's is the Krabby Patty.
I almost wish you hadn't said that because maybe we could have gotten there.
Krabby Patty, right?
Wait, okay. 3, 2, 1.
Krabby Patty!
Yeah. It's
Wow,
also
we
the
did it.
Krusty Krab, I think, is the.
Oh, Krusty
the
Krab's
name of
restaurant.
it. Yeah,
Krabby
the
Patty is
Krabby
what they
Patty's the-
serve.
That would be like
At the
Arby's
Krusty Krab.
roast beef.
Right. Right.
Floaty Arby, aren't you so glad that you started all this Arby's conversation? Like, that's not at all what I'm talking about. Are you ready, kids? I had thought about doing the pirate face build with the hole for the mouth so I could do the whole, like...
Oh, right. That's pretty funny.
I thought that would be cool. The only problem is, like, with a flat weave,
Right.
you know,
No, I
you
see
end
that
up
it would
kind of
be-
being shadowed. So, like, I would have to have...
You have to have a big hole.
I could have like a light behind it, you know what I mean, so that my mouth would still be visible. I could make that less bright, but you know what I mean. We could figure it out. I'm not saying we won't do that. I'm just saying that was an idea I had, and I hadn't quite worked out the logistics there. That'd be a great intro to the video, wouldn't it? Good morning, Glitchy Links. Cheeky watched a really funny mind meld the other day. One of the guys apparently didn't understand the task, and it made me think of you. Wait. I saw some people who had no idea what they're doing, and it reminded me of you.
I've been in mind melds like that before.
Where you're like, are we forgetting what the point is here?
I've heard other people do it where I heard John Hader, that's his name, right? Napoleon Dynamite?
Header.
Heater?
Header. H-E-D-E-R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just call him Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I heard Napoleon Dynamite try to do one time.
Uh-huh.
And no matter how they explained it to him, he could not grasp. Just say the thing you think they'll say. Like, don't try to do a funny, crazy, weird, and like he couldn't mentally.
Did he kept doing weird things?
Yeah,
Or did
just
he
stuff
keep...
that there's no way the other person could possibly say, and so then you're just like, we're trapped. We're trapped here. There is no escape, John Hader. You have us trapped in your own delusions.
We're in a pocket dimension. We're in one of those, like the Superman, like how they trapped the 3 people in the Phantom Zone.
Exactly.
That's what we're in. Phantom Zone of a dead end improv game. No one wants to be there. No one wants to be there.
That's my life.
That's one of the trickiest things about improv. New people coming to improv is a lot of time the people who think they want to do improv are the people who are funny. They've been told by their friends and their family and everyone their whole life, like, you're so funny. And so they go to improv and they're like, I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna think of jokes all the time, and it almost gets in your way. Sometimes you just gotta let the flow happen.
Yes.
Because what people love is confirmation of expectations and what
everyone
they
else is hearing what I'm hearing. Everyone else is seeing what I'm seeing.
And everything I have thought is right, and everything I think of as good and funny is good and like everything I expect. If I'm introduced to star-crossed lovers, by the end they will find a way, right?
Right.
That's one thing people love, and the other thing people love, novelty. And it seems like they're mutually exclusive, but they're not. Because you can be making up a storyline that follows people's expectations, but because you're making it up, just by nature of the fact that neither of you has a full expectation of the exact verbatim progress of the scene, you will always have novelty. But if you get too weird, you're going to leave your partners out to dry. And improv is a team sport. Team sport.
Benign violation. Gotta have both.
Yeah. Yeah, none of that
You know,
malignant.
most frustrating thing to me about improv.
What's your most frustrating thing?
Getting everyone else to memorize all the scripts that I send them.
I tell you.
Like,
It's
okay,
like
guys,
we are on the goldenrod copy. Hello.
we're gonna do this script this time in improv, okay? And then I get there and it's like they're just making it all up.
It's Glitchy
Super
Links,
frustrating.
it's your birthday.
Glitchy.
Yeah. Oh, you get a balloon dog, Glitchy Links. What color would you like your balloon dog to be on your birthday? K-pop, the red shoes, nice. Thumbelina, Little Mermaid, Ugly Duckling, and Emperor's New Clothes were among Mr. Anderson's best-known stories. What is it? The dun, 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 is all together, he's all together, he's all together, as naked as the day that he was born. It's the Emperor's New Clothes. The Danny Kaye, Hans Christian Andersen musical movie, which I don't think it was based on a stage musical. I think it was one of those musicals written for a film.
Okay.
Back when we were producing musical films that were original. Never mind. But my family, that was one of the movies we had on VHS. I feel like every family in the 80s, 90s had like 5 movies that you recorded off of the television onto a VHS cassette. Maybe you had more, but there were 5 that you just kind of were your go-to, like, well, we got to watch something. What do we want to watch? There's nothing on TV, because it's not like you could just be like, what's available from the infinite menu of streaming services? Also, it is a lie. It's not infinite.
You know what's weird is I can still smell like the VHS drawer.
How interesting that you said that. Yeah, the drawer, because it's like they off gas in this small area, and then opening it, it's like, whoa, like it all.
Smell that. So I mean, it's probably the tape decaying is what you're smelling, but even still.
Yes, you're smelling the progress of time.
But like I
Memento
can
mori.
even now, as just talking about it, I can smell opening that drawer.
Glitchy Links would like a teeny green balloon dog, please. I love teeny greens, but
Tiny cars.
question: what shade of green? I'm gonna tell you which shades of teeny green I have. I've got so many. I've got lime green. I've got chartreuse, which is like a more yellow green than lime. I've got like an olive green. It's very like drab. I've got a mint green, which is a bit pastel and bluer tone. I have a spring green, which is not as bright as the lime. I also have a dark green, like a forest green. So those are my green. Oh, I also have a metallic green. It's kind of shiny. It's not chrome. You know what I mean? Like the chrome finish. It's like the pearl kind of finish. So either any of those are available. Mint green, refreshing. Let's do it. I am seriously so excited about this balloon. Pastel colors have been made for a while now. I would say probably a few years. But Sempertex was the brand that first came out with the pastel colors that I remember. But they didn't make 160 or 360 in them. So it was just 260, which my regulars will know is incredibly frustrating to me. But now with other brands, we have a little more availability. Whoop, whoop. All right. Glitchy Links, I hope you're having a good birthday already, because we're a little bit into it. This Monday birthday of yours. This is going to make it even better. A teeny tiny little balloon dog to cheer you on your way. Great job having a birthday. Keep it up. In 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. There's this little head. There's his neck, leg, body, leg, and tail. Look at our adorable, tiny, little mint green balloon dog. Look at that tail. That's a long tail. In fact, I don't usually advocate for this in the actual animal kingdom, but I am going to dock the tail. It sounds so bad.
Oh, no.
But I just think it looks so cute and perfect like this. Glitchy Links.
We're gonna get Hassan.
Well,
We're gonna be like doing clips of this and be like, She says she's a leftist, but we saw her docking her dog's tail on stream.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, don't get me in trouble like that.
Yep.
This might be a little too light. There we go. Okay. Any old way. This is for you, Glitchy Links. Happy birthday. I hope the people that you love contact you today, this week, and remind you that they love you just the same. All right.
Guess
Okay.
child, gotta go. Back to work. Duty
All right.
calls.
Yes, you do your work.
Chaos Child, your duty is to go bring chaos to the world. Go do it.
Do it.
Now
Now this might be a good
That's
time
good
for
too.
me to show off my new camera angle.
Show off.
Would you like to see my new camera angle, chat? RC, are you watching? He might not be. He might be at work, which is fine. But
I think he's in the funnel.
look, I get it. I get it. So this is the camera angles that I have normally. This is again for the film shoot for the for the Spongebob thing. I've got this is my normal setup. We've also got this extreme close up. This will be for inflating the balloons, making the balloons a little close up on the hands, blah blah blah. But we've also got a new camera angle, and this is specifically for when I'm drawing on the balloons. So this is too small to really do much of a face on, but just as an example of what the camera angle looks like, I call this the over-the-shoulder cam. What? This, so I can do...
Cheeky is just putting out there that their dog's tails came in the condition they're currently in. Did not advocate for them to be taken. Yeah,
there
look,
you go.
You rescue the dog that needs to be rescued. You take
I have
them
to
in the
learn
condition
where to
they're
hold
in.
things so that they're visible by the camera. But look at that! A little dog. So when I'm drawing the face on balloons, it should be perfectly visible to everyone.
Now the void can gaze back.
See? Drawing. Well, I can draw where I'm actually looking at it, as opposed to like when I'm trying to draw on this camera and I'm like trying to turn my back to the camera. This will just be so much easier, and you get to see the dirty floor of the studio. I know you've been wanting to. I know you've been like, but are there balloons all over the floor? Yes. The answer is yes. But hopefully the brightness of the balloon will make that the focal point. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited about this. So fancy, right? I've been wanting, this might, look, I reserve the right to still tweak this. I may change the placement, but this is a camera angle.
I can guarantee you the placements will change over time.
Oh, absolutely.
This is not the final form.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a final form.
However, this is a particular angle that I've been like, this has been my yellow whale. It's been something I've been looking for, so I'm very excited about this. You may not be as excited about
Yellow
it, but
whale, arguably more rare than a white whale.
How many yellow whales have you seen? How many belugas are there? Plenty. Okay, there might not actually. Sorry, my apologies to the beluga
Belugas,
population.
like sperm whales are white, right?
Mythic Gamer, hello. I think it's just belugas.
I think there's another. I can picture one.
What's another white whale?
Maybe
It's got it because I mean Moby Dick wouldn't be a beluga. That would be so sad.
Because I think it's a sperm whale because they have the flatter face.
They
or
do
head,
have
like
the
flatter
flat.
kinda head.
Be-
I can picture like a white,
I can't.
Maybe I've just seen too many pictures of like artist recreations of Moby Dick, and now I'm like putting my own, like conflating that with memory of whales. But like I can picture like a large white whale with a flatter fronted kind of.
Yeah,
face.
no, I can picture that shape. I just don't know if white is the actual. Anyway, it's fine. Mythic Gamer, hello. I'm doing well. Mr. Sharp is doing well as well. Well. And puzzles, yeah, dirty floor hype. It's my. I should change it. It shouldn't be the over-the-shoulder camera. It should be studio floor cam. It's pretty great. Oh, and Violet EBK. Oh my goodness, how you been? Good to see you. Beluga whale on steroids? Yes.
So yeah, sperm whales are typically dark gray or brownish gray with a lighter underside.
Ooh.
They can appear
An
whitish at times,
underbelly.
but then as they get older, they can take on a whiter appearance. So Moby Dick then is like an older, he's like been around.
Gotcha.
He and Ahab have had their
I've
battles.
outlasted my pigment. Ah, blah, 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 blah. Good to hear. It's good to hear how well we're doing. Well. Zookeeper. Hi, Zookeeper. How's the zoo? So, yeah, that's basically where we're at. Oh, and then how was this weekend? Let's see. I had 2 jobs this weekend. One job I had to drive out forever for. It was a job in a Macy's. There was a local high school in actually I think it's Monrovia, so out east of Pasadena. But they will be performing in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I said those words in the wrong order. And so the Macy's, their local Macy's, was throwing a party to celebrate them going to New York to be in the Macy's Parade. Does this make sense? I thought it was cute. I also got paid, so I like that. But it was very fun, just making balloons for the community. A lot of people who came out had no idea what the event was for. I love that. Like, you're the best mom in the world. You brought your kids to Macy's on the day they get free balloons and face painting and glitter tattoos. And then yesterday I worked another party. It was a 3-hour party, and I think I made 10 balloons. There's just not that many kids at the party, and they were all very young. But again, everyone happy. I got a lot of chance to make balloons for the other vendors, which I don't always get a chance to do. In a perfect world, I made balloons for the donuts guy. There's like one of those little donut booths that like makes the lot. You know what I mean? The tiny mini donuts, and they like fry them like there. They're so good. They like shake cinnamon on them. I had 2 bags of those yesterday. Little bags, but you know what I mean. Made balloons for each of them. Made balloons for the hamburger food truck that came out. I made balloons for the face painter and the crafts lady. I'm like, yeah, I'm being paid to make balloons. I'm gonna make balloons for you guys. So it was fun. Love watching them make the tiny donuts. Yes. It's fascinating. The little like conveyor belt, like that's like flips them over, and it's not like the lazy river, it's the boiling oil river, so don't get those confused, but it is very peaceful watching them be flipped. Oh, you thought my balloons are going to be in the parade? The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Well, they've certainly procrastinated contacting me if that's the thing that they want me to be there for. But hey, we still got half a month. No. My balloons are not, they're not parade worthy, I would say. A little bit of wind would not be great, and my balloons would be so very small. So very, very small. All right. I think I'm about ready to get started working on my Spongebob, so I'm going to...
Sponge.
Yes. Just a simple sponge. I'm just a simple sponge. Okay. So I'm going to say, I'm typing a note in chat to Pin that says, Shana is working. She is filming a video for the SharpBalloons. I can type YouTube channel. She is not currently reading chat, but she will check in periodically. Does that sound right? That sounds right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll say hi at the beginning of it. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'll put my little emote hi.
Taxi Bros. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi. No, why does that emote keep coming at the end of my sentence? I want to put it at the beginning. There. Doesn't want to go at the beginning. Can I copy it and paste it there? Okay, I did. I don't know why it wouldn't let me put it at the end, but that's fine. And I'll put in a floating heart. Okay, chat. And then we're going to pin it. And I'm going to say manually unpin. Gotcha. Okay, it is there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Doxy Brooks, thank you. I am having a wonderful day. It's filled with wonder. Look at all the bubbles. That's what life is, the bubbles. So I'm doing great. All right, friends. I'm going to turn off the alerts. And chat as well. In my camera angle. Just so. See, the extreme close-up has no. And the over the shoulders. Over shoulder have any Twitch alerts? I don't think so. Okay. Very good. Thank you, friends, for coming and saying hi. And please feel free to hang out and watch me make the Spongebob. Just know that I won't be as interactive, chatty-wise, and I apologize for that. But also, like, you know, it's time to make the donuts, so to speak. Mr. Sharp, will you be, you'll be around, but you won't be.
I'll be around. I'll be in and out here.
Very good, very good. Hi, bye, Dragon. Oh, Dragon, come and Variant. Good to see you. I'm working on my. Did you see the pin message in chat? I'm gonna be working on SpongeBob, but I love you. It makes me so happy that you're here. Have it on in the background, some cheerful nonsense, you know. Good. I hope you all had a great weekend and are having a good week. And I love you too. I feel it. I feel the love for Sherzies. Okay. Got my little SpongeBob we made yesterday.
Okay, did you eat any of those pears?
I ate them all.
Woo! Great job.
I really was quite impressed with myself, Mr. Sharp.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Let's see.
If anyone asks, have you eaten anything today? You can say 4 slices of pear.
I like that we've got this little mini SpongeBob who can watch me make the next one. Do you see?
Yes.
Isn't he cute?
He's excited to be here.
He's happy. Well, I mean, that's SpongeBob's whole thing. Right? SpongeBob is happy, healthy, glad to be here. He's always in a good mood. He's always cheerful and optimistic. Nothing's going to ruin SpongeBob's day. Can I put this so that this is off camera?
Okay, do you have your sound set up?
Hi, SpongeBob. What do you mean sound setup?
So that you're recording your sounds, but not.
Yes, I'm not recording the music or the desktop audio that comes through.
Elsie in the chat, this is the first time watching one of the YouTube videos being filmed.
Ooh, welcome behind the scenes.
Prepare to have the magic ruined for
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Prepare to be underwhelmed. Underwhelm under the sea. But you know, I mean, like, maybe it'll be fun. That's what I like about editing. We can take out all the boring parts.
You've heard of under promise and over deliver?
Yeah.
I prefer over promise and underwhelm.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. Probably the best ever.
Look, maybe today we'll do an amazing job and we'll simply whelm them. Beach Hobo Ray.
That's good too.
Hi. Yeah, prepare to be whelmed.
Well.
Oh, this sounds amazing. What is
Turkish ragu stuffed eggplants.
I can't eat eggplants, but that does sound amazing. Man. Okay. You're so whelmed by my every action.
Was whelmed like filled? Would it be like filled?
What's that?
Would whelmed be like filled?
Ooh,
So
interesting.
if you're overwhelmed, then you're kind of
And
like overfilled.
One, yeah.
Underwhelmed would be under. It's probably like a technical term where you have to fill something to a certain point for it
Right.
to be considered whelmed.
It is whelmed.
The whelm of the
Whelmed.
boat. Anyhow, I could look it up, or I could just keep saying nonsense.
This is why we have to just like actually start, because this is what ADHD truly is.
Stormy.
It's just like someone says something and you're like, well, it would be rude not for me to launch into a 15-minute sidebar.
I have ADHD etymology. Where
No,
it's
yeah,
like,
I'm always
hey, what's
curious.
that word? Hey, where's that from? What's
Yeah,
the
words
origin
and
of that?
phrases. Where'd that come from? What does it mean, though?
Everybody stop everything to figure out what that word means. Then we'll get back to it.
Good to see you, Stormy.
Okay.
My weekend was good.
Anything else I can do for you, love?
Just keep doing what you do, Mr. Sharp. You're amazing. I don't need anything specific.
K-pop says, remember to hydrate before you start.
I literally, I think
Just
that
it.
probably with the delay,
In the
you said
delay.
that right before I picked up the
You
water
guys are
bottle.
thinking the same thing at the same
My
time.
mouth. Also, this is my Liz in the OC water bottle. You can't really tell because I've got it in the shoulder strap because I
That
took
Liz
it out
in
the
the
other
OC
day.
also sent. That's how you can tell. Okay. I shall exude. You have a good time. Holler if you need anything.
Holla. Okay, babe. I love you.
Okay. Bye.
And turn down your mic so we don't pick up any weird noises. All right. I'm hydrated and going to start recording. Do I know exactly what I'm going to do? Not really. It's probably fine. I'm probably going to over-explain how I make the Spongebob, and then in the edit, I might make it less instructional and more silly. But again, I'd rather capture too much detail than not enough and have to do refilming. So, oh, thank you for the love, Dragon Cub. Okay, I'm gonna put on my recording now. I'm recording. Okay. And we're not getting the music on the recording officially. So this is our fast party SpongeBob. SpongeBob likes to party, but I like making super fancy, ridiculous, detailed balloons. And one of the things I really love about SpongeBob, and one of the things that's given it such longevity, are the bonkers facial expressions that SpongeBob, Patrick, and all of the cast make. Very stretchy, cartoony, distorted faces. And that's like so much the style of SpongeBob. So what I would like to do is to challenge myself to recreate a very specific facial expression of Mr. SpongeBob. Specifically, I'm looking for, put this here, so don't have to talk about it. Specifically, I would like to recreate the look on SpongeBob's face when he realizes that Squidward likes Krabby Patties. It's a very fun moment when you realize you've caught someone. You've caught someone in a deception. Ooh. All right. Now, clearly, we'll need a lot more balloons for this one because there's just more details. I'm going to have some yellow balloons for SpongeBob's body, also white balloons for the shirt, brown for the pants, but also I will be making the tie and the Krusty Krab hat. And I've got a slightly darker shade of yellow to be the side of SpongeBob. He's a three-dimensional sponge, so one of his sides is usually a slightly different color. We're being very, very nitpicky about our details here. I love that it's gonna, my microphone's gonna capture me singing to a song that no one can hear. It's fine. Okay. Sure how my angle is. Ah, he's so cute. Okay, but I'm gonna turn him this way so he's watching me work. Hey, SpongeBob, watch me work. All right. Let me look at my... Yes. I need like a ruler. I know that's like a weird, but I feel like I want to show the length of bubbles. Do I have a good compact ruler? I have one of those like triangle ones, you know? Those plastic triangle rulers. Those are great. Where is it? I have like this thing, but this is too much. Four-inch balloon. Okay. Well, maybe I don't need it. Maybe I can just tell people, and I'll measure for myself with this unruly thing. An unruly ruler. See what I did there? Okay. One thing I don't like is when my microphone gets caught in my glasses. It's fine. Oakenby, hi. But like this entire channel, when you sing the song, you share it with the rest of us. My art is not complete until it is shared. Okay. I guess I don't need to show people the measurement. It's not exactly a tutorial. Like, who's going to be recreating this? Probably no one. Maybe there is. Maybe there's someone out there. I kind of hope that, like, watches all of my videos and tries to recreate all of the balloons I do. That would actually be really sweet. I have the balloons here. Or does this make too much of a mess? This is too distracting. I'll have it out there. Okay. Very good. All right, we're gonna get started with our Mocha Brown 260. Again, these are our square pants. Tying a knot there. About a 4-inch bubble. 1-inch pinch twist. An equal 4-inch bubble. And another 1-inch pinch twist. This is basically starting off very similar to our Simple Bob. There we go. Now I'll also blow up our yellow 260. And I have a darker shade of yellow. Actually, hang on. It's not really that dark. Let me see. Where's my mustard yellow? I also have a darker shade of yellow. I'm going to inflate this one, too. Because SpongeBob is a 3-dimensional creature. And sometimes one of his faces is in slightly different light, so it's a little darker. I know this is, like, nitpicky, but, you know, that's kind of my thing. We'll take the darker yellow balloon and attach it to one of the pinch twists on the mocha, and our lighter yellow or standard yellow goes on the other pinch twist. Very good. It's a little tricky to tell with this lighting which yellow is darker, but you gotta trust me, it's this one. So we're gonna do a flat weave going straight up for our Spongebob. A small bubble right there, and another small bubble in the yellow side. Then I'm going to take the bright yellow, make a bubble the same width as our mocha bubble, about 4 inches. Wrap that around my darker yellow bubble. And then back to its original starting point, again with a 4-inch bubble there to roll underneath. So this is what we've got. Both back and forth are the light yellow. This dark yellow is just going to be a straight edge on one of the edges of the sponge. And let's keep going. Small bubble there, small bubble there. 4-inch bubble across. And 4-inch bubble back. Let's do, I'm knocking into my bubbles. Let's do one more layer here. Small bubble on one side, small bubble on the other side. Standard yellow goes across 4 inches. Around a bubble, back 4 inches, rolling through. And this is our base for SpongeBob's body. One side is that darker colored yellow, and the rest of the balloon is that bright primary yellow. Perfect. Now at this point, I'm going to rip off this extra part of the mocha balloon. I don't need it, so I'll make sure I give myself a nice long scrap. This part's extra. We'll save that for later, maybe. I'm gonna let the air out of here and bring that across to the opposite pinch twist. Wrap it around there, and then I will tie it to the nozzle of my dark yellow balloon, just to make sure that it doesn't leak air. Lovely, lovely, Mr. Bob, lovely. These bits I'm going to keep for now because I will need to attach the top of SpongeBob's head, and honestly, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I like to leave my options open, right? Okay, so I'm going to need another yellow. Don't mind me. Okay. Let's go over here. Hey, Bob. Now, shall Shall you be there? No, you're a little obnoxious. No, I'll just keep you out of the way for now. One detail I know I'm gonna need is SpongeBob's nose. I'll just use the very tail end of a 160 in yellow. Cut that off there. Beautiful. I will inflate it. And we only need it to be about 3 inches long, perhaps. I'll give it a little bit of shaping. SpongeBob's nose is slightly turned up. There we go, beautiful. And I'll tie this off. And I'll put this aside to attach to the face whenever it's ready. Now I'm going to inflate a second yellow 160. Now we'll inflate a second yellow 260. And a yellow 160, not the one that I chopped the end off of. And I will tie the 160 and the 260 together. Lovely. Okay. I think what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make a pinch twist in the top of the dark yellow balloon. And same thing in the top of my standard yellow balloon. Just to kind of seal that off and give me a nice solid attachment point. I'll take this juncture of 2 and 160. I'll cut off the nozzle so we don't have a lot of extra. I'll cut off the nozzle so we don't have a lot of extra latex in there. And I'll roll this into the pinch twist on the dark yellow side. Very good. This is where I'm starting to lose control of my own creation. But I never had control. Control was an illusion. Control is for people whose microphone doesn't get caught in their glasses. All right, this yellow mess is what we have here. First, I'm going to make a loop twist, about a 1-inch loop in the 160 balloon. Nice and stretched and soft. I'm going to make a loop twist. This is going to be like the smiley cheek part of SpongeBob. Twist that there and wrap that around the pinch twist. SpongeBob has a bit of a smile that curves forward. So I'm going to try and make sure that this upper lip has enough length to curve in a smile. To about there. Twist that. And a loop for the other side of the face. Over into that pinch twist. Love it. Now, just to hold that loop forward so it doesn't kind of go straight up at the top, I'm going to put another 160 bubble behind it to just give it that support. behind it. Also back to that pinch twist. Now we're going to take our 260 we have left here, and we're going to make our eyes. Now, normally SpongeBob's eyes are big, round, white, two-dimensional circles, but in this face, his eyes have migrated to the very top of his head, and they're squinted. They're barely open. You can only see a little bit of the white and the iris of his eye. So rather than make that out of a balloon, I'm going to draw the white and the iris details onto a yellow bubble for the eyelid. So I'm going to come across and make a bubble that's slightly longer than half of this distance. I say slightly longer because I want it to be a little bit curved. So we'll take this bubble here. I'm going to do a small pinch twist. And then another bubble the same length as this one here. And nice and soft as well. And back to that pinch twist. We were asking that pinch twist to do a lot. A lot of heavy lifting. Thank you, pinch twist. All right, this is what we got so far. It doesn't look very SpongeBob, but, you know, it's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little scrap, the shortest scrap of pure yellow that I have. That was from building the body. I'm going to snip off the tip of the balloon, let the air out. So I've got this nice stretchy bit. Is it long enough? I think it is. I'll take this stretchy bit, wrap it around this juncture for the pinch twist, and then back to this pinch twist over here. That tension will hold these two eyes together in the correct position, hopefully. Let's find out. Art is a grand experiment. So stretching this across to that pinch twist, around it, and then over here to another pinch twist. I'm gonna really wrap that in there so he doesn't get lost. Or so it does get lost, so we don't lose our air. I'm gonna move this pinch twist that I had in between the eyes to the back. This will just help me anchor the nose that I blew up earlier. So glad I blew my nose earlier. Look at that. This is a good shape for the two eyes that are so excitedly perched atop his spongy head. This bubble, the dark yellow, I feel like it's served its usefulness, so I will rip this off again with a nice long scrap so I can secure it. This part we'll save. You never know when we'll need this. And I'm just going to pull it across here to the other pinch twist. Wrap that around and lose it. Fantastic. Now, I've got a lot of this 160 left over. Great, because I'm going to use that to make SpongeBob's lower lip. His lower lip in this facial expression is fascinating. It's like in the shape of a capital W. So we're going to make a different shape and kind of try and wedge that under the top lip. So first, we're going to rip off this remaining part of 160. And I'll save this as much as I can. I don't need too much. Let out some of the air, and then tie this. Great. Now this will leak out, and I'll tie also. Safety first, SpongeBob. And gorgeous. Okay. He's getting there. Now for that lower lip. Just
Should we do a super close up on the lower lip? Maybe. Let's drink some water. Let's drink some water, everybody. Yes, Amy Roberts, we're under the sea. Trike Tyler. We're making Spongebob. Hey, Spongebob. Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. Okay. Gonna do something very weird to this balloon, and I need another scrap of 160 yellow. I have that. Perfect. All right, we're gonna try and make SpongeBob's lower lip, which is very, very, it's shaped very interestingly. I'm gonna tie a knot in the end of a scrap of yellow 160. Doesn't need to be a yellow 160, that's just what I have. So it's a double knot in the end there. And now I've got this scrap of 160. Cut off that end bit. So I'm going to do a deep hook twist into the 160. The correct way to do this is to dip one's finger into water. I don't think that on my YouTube channel I want to demonstrate the very unhygienic technique of just, licking your finger. So I will go fetch a glass of water because, for the kids. BRB! Do-do, 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 ba-da, ba-da, do-ba-do, do-do. Water. Water. It's so important, not only for maintaining human and sponge life forms, but also for doing deep hook twists. So you'll take your index finger and get it wet. It does not need to be dripping wet. You can shake off all that excess. But you want a damp finger. It sounds weird, but we're going to take the scrap of 160 and place the knot that we tied on the tip of that damp finger, and then insert our finger into the 160 scrap. And we're going to insert it as far as we can. You see how I'm kind of smooshing up the 160 along my finger, like a very weird inflated glove? But there's my finger. The tip of my finger is still, you can see, right inside of the balloon. Help, I'm trapped in a balloon. Just gonna pinch the knot off the tip of my finger, and then the water helps my finger escape from inside of the balloon. We grab the bottom of this 160 scrap and we squeeze. The air will go back into this section we made. Let's see if I can make it the right shape. This is almost too far in. Let's pull that back a bit. Push our air in there. More air. Couldn't make this easy, could I? But basically, you're trying to shape the balloon into the shape of this little, it's like a little golden arches kind of situation here. You're trying to make a curved M or W shape. Here, I'm gonna twist this off. a little... This is why I can't do this design at birthday parties. It would take forever. Okay, don't need this part. Pop that. And I will tie, I'm still pinching the knot that I pushed through here. I'm gonna take this scrap end and wrap that around the knot that I grabbed off and tie that because it is hurting my hands to hold that in place too long. We'll do a double knot because that'll make it permanent. Okay, then we're reinforcing our kind of little... It's like a little ooh-woo mouth. It's very cute. But we also, because we used a scrap to push the knot in, we've got anchor scraps at both ends of the mouth, which is going to be very helpful. Just again, trying to make sure that that bend is even and not too thick. It's not the perfect shape. How perfectionist do I want to be here? I feel like I could do this better. I'm going to keep this one just in case. And then I'll end up going with that recording. But I'm going to try it again because I feel like I can do better. I feel like I could do better. Go. Yellow 160. Cut it into like a third and 2/3. I'm going to tie a knot, a double knot, in the very tip of that first third that I cut off. Nice. Now this 2/3 I'm going to put some air into. A scrap. Well, we can do it. Here. Let's do this. You're in the way, Spongebob. Just a little bit. Are you gonna... Oh, do I... Or you have a hole in you? There's a hole in you. What the heck? Well, that doesn't... That doesn't work. Okay. Just a little air in this scrap. Got a little air in the scrap. Twist this part off. Let that part out. Beautiful. Tie a knot. And then we're just going to trim off that extra latex right before the knot. So this is what I have, plus this little scrap of 160. And we're going to do a technique called a deep hook twist, and it can be intimidating, especially on a 160, but I believe in you. You got this. First up, I recommend a glass of water. Not just to drink, although staying hydrated is very important. You're going to dip your index finger into the water. You don't want it dripping, so shake off all your extra water. Perfect. You just want it a little bit wet to fight the friction. We'll take this knot and push that into the knot of the 160. We'll go in as far as I can push. I'm just kind of pushing the 160 up on my finger. It gets very weird looking. I pinch the knot off the tip of my finger and extract. Thank goodness I put water on that. Now I'm going to push air into this a little deeper into the cylinder. Yeah, there we go. So what we're trying to get is that little W shape. Fill this with that. I'll twist that there. We don't need this part. Pop that. There we go. and then use this scrap to tie off the end where that knot was. Beautiful.
A Steffi Hero and Jen's Lens are here. Hi, friends.
So just squishing it and shaping it to reinforce this W shape for a little ooh mouth for SpongeBob. See that? This one came out so much better, I think. Yeah, I think so. Perfectionists. We don't get the job done. With great plans. Okay. There we go. This will be our lower lip. All right, lower lip is going under the upper lip, which probably not much of a surprise. I'm going to take the scrap from one end and feed it under this upper lip. I'm pinching in through the back of the flat weave here, underneath the eyes. So I've pulled the scrap through. I'm going to attach it to this side pinch twist to anchor it. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other scrap. So that other nozzle under the upper lip through to the back of the SpongeBob. And again, attaching that around that pinch twist so that it's anchored. But we've got our lower lip tucked in there underneath our upper lip. This is looking good. I love it. We still need our nose. We still need our teeth that are kind of tucked in, biting that lower lip. We need the shirt. We need a lot of details. So let's not get distracted. Said like the queen of distractions. I'll say that the nose and the hat will be... Oh, am I losing nose length? Hang on. This is off the record. No, I think that's good. Okay. Nose length is good. Oh my gosh. Is it too bright? Is the light too bright? It's so cute. So good. You are actually big-whelmed. Nice, Elsie. Hey, Miami Beach. We're filming right now, so I'm not reading chat very thoroughly, but I am so glad to have you here. So, one thing that I'm... Here, let me... I think at this point, I'm pretty convinced that I don't have any other use for this long bit of 260, so I will rip this off. Save this for later, but I will tie this here. But I do still have some extra details to attach to the head, so I'm going to leave this scrap just in case it's useful for me later on, and if it's not, then I can trim it then. Now, one thing I'm noticing is when you look at SpongeBob straight on, his gaze is going to be kind of up as opposed to straight out, which is, you know, the ideal is you want to see the face looking straight out at you. So I'm going to take this top third level of yellow flat weave, and I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to lift up on the back bubble and push forward on the front bubble. Now, the front bubble is nestled in between the two bubbles of the flat weave here. You can kind of pull them apart to help secure that. And this helps to kind of tilt the whole head forward a bit more so that the expression is now looking straight out. Even though it kind of bends our sponge this way, I'd rather him have slightly crooked posture and have the facial expression be fully visible straight on. So there. Looking good. Okay. Let's see. Should I do the face now? I'm gonna do the body stuff. The sponge body. Sponge body square pants. Okay. Hey, SpongeBob. Hey, SpongeBob. Hey. Yeah, this guy's not looking nearly as complete as this guy. But he's looking much more complicated. And I do love him. Let's see, where shall I put him? Yeah, no. I could put him here and have him be the new in the foreground. Let's do that. All right, for now, little SpongeBob, I'm going to move you from the front seat. And we'll let this SpongeBob bear witness to its own creation. Should I put the nose in? That makes it look more SpongeBob-y, but... It's so hard to make these decisions, right? All right, we got new SpongeBob here, but just to give it a little more SpongeBob-ity, SpongeBob-itness, SpongeBobitude, we're going to take the nose and attach this to the pinch twist that I put between these eyes. So I'm going to stretch that around. Gorgeous. Oh, nice. Nice going, SpongeBob. Got this little hole that's in there. Looking good. Looking SpongeBob-esque. All right, one thing we need is our tie. SpongeBob always such a snappy dresser. So we'll take our red 160, a little bit of air in there, tie that off. And our white 160. I'm going to start this one with a double pinch twist. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I lied. I'm going to tie my whites to my red. Just like that. Fantastic. And now the red will get a pinch twist. This will be the top of our tie. Stretch and squeeze this 160, and we'll wrap it around this perimeter here between the yellow and the brown. So I obviously want the tie to be right in the center. So we'll take our bubble here, split that there, wrap that around that juncture, around the back. Another twist there, around back to the front. And we want this bubble to be the same size here so that the tie is in the center. That's not the same size at all. It's like, I don't know relative sizes. Sometimes I mess up on that. Okay. So this one looks like a 2-inch bubble. I can do that. Yeah. Wrap these around one another. Gorgeous. Now, the white we don't need anymore. I'm going to rip that off. I'm going to leave a nice long scrap so that I can go basically to both of the brown pinch twists and then back to the center here where I can tie the tie to my end of my white scrap. It's kind of once again really enforces that it's attached to the sides here. And then this tie's not very long. SpongeBob knows the value of a well-proportioned neckwear. So I'll just twist off a small soft bubble there, and we'll rip that. Don't need that part. Save it for the next tie. Tie in that, and I'll just cut this off. Perfect. I'm going to try and give it a little bit of a bend. Beautiful. All right, SpongeBob's arms. We need arms for our Bob. Got some 160. It's amazing how I pull out so many balloons and I still need more. Always need more balloons. Ryoki! Hi. Is there a triple pinch twist? There is. I start off my, I want to say the Chihuahua balloon has a triple pinch twist. Triple is very useful. I will not forget the arms, Ryoki. All right, here we go. Now we need arms. In this image, SpongeBob's arms are just kind of straight down at his side and not being that dramatic. It's all about the face in this shot. So very, very simple hands we're going to do. I'll put a tiny bit of air into a yellow 160. We'll do a bubble for the fist, a puff and flate for the arm, and we'll marriage twist that into a small bubble of white 260. Did you not follow that? Don't worry. I'm going to show you. All right. Or shall I put you back here, bud? Honestly, you'd look best maybe here. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll use this scrap. I knew I had this scrap for a reason. Wrap it around here, and now you're attached to this base. Oh, yeah. Shana, you're a genius. Not really, but okay. So, SpongeBob hand, we'll just do a tiny bubble. That's too much. We'll go... let that out all the way to here. Nice. I think that works. I will tie this off. Beautiful. We've got one bubble here. And then I want our arms to be about this long. SpongeBob does not have very long arms. He's no T-Rex, but tie this off here, squeeze that bubble through my knot loop. Nice. I'm going to cut that bit off. Can I do this so you can see it? Cut that off. Beautiful. And we'll do the same thing on the remainder. Tiny bubble. Tinier bubble. Tie that. Cut off the extra. And I want it to be about this long. This time I'm going to tuck the not inflated end through the knot loop, which is so much easier. So I've got these two hands. Round of applause for these two hands. Yay! And now we'll take a 260 in white. Tie this off. We're going to do some more marriage twist. Marriage twist is like a deep hook twist, but easier. We've got our arm, we've got our sleeve. We'll take the knot of the arm, push it against the knot of the sleeve, push that in. Our finger is inside of the 260. There it is, poking out. There it is. I'm going to pinch the knot there. I've got it. I'm going to withdraw my finger. Because I'm not going all the way in, dipping it in water is not a necessary stage this time. Now, when I'm twisting this off, I'm going to try and twist it off to the side. This is like a nitpicky thing, but I'll explain why. I'm kind of pushing air into this and then twisting this off a little bit to the side. Ripping this part. We don't need it. And then wrapping this around the knot that we're pinching through that loop. Hold that. And see how the knot is kind of off on the side there as opposed to straight up from the base? That's so I can attach the shoulder at the arm and have the arm going down as opposed to straight out. Whee! Sponge wipe. Let's do that again. Once more, arm into the sleeve, pinching it off, twisting it to the side. Don't need that part. Tying it off. And there's our other arm. Beautiful. Yay! I don't know if these are me. I feel like a T-Rex. Rawr, rawr. Okay. SpongeBob's sleeves are somehow not attached to his shirt. They just kind of come out of his sponge body. Don't ask too many questions. It's cartoon. Forget about it, Jake. It's Bikini Bottom, you know? All right, so I'm going to tie these two scraps together. It's got this nice stretchy bit in between. Now I'm going to position the arm where I'd like it to come, which is in between these first two side bubbles of our SpongeBob flat weave. Kind of nestle that in there. Stretch this around the back over that that bottom bubble of the flat weave. Really long. I'm like extra stretching this. I'm going around that juncture and then all the way back. So I wrapped around this entire sculpture twice. Once and a half. Either way, I wrapped it around so that the tension is holding the arms in place and it can't just fall out. It would have to really be messed with to come undone. Not that I would put that... Look, a lot of kids are going to mess with balloons. Balloons get messed with. Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I do love him, though. Yeah. Yes, yes! Oh, the bobbiness. I should do feet, too, though, right? I'm going to do feet. You can't really see his feet in this shot, but I'm going to do them anyway because I'm a, you know, perfectionist. Next, I'm going to do SpongeBob's feet and legs. Now, technically, SpongeBob wears, like, socks that he pulls pretty high up, but it's not covering his entire leg. So his lower leg is white sock, and his upper leg is yellow sponge. But I'm cutting corners here. I'm going to make the legs white. I will puff inflate the white leg. It's a 260. I will marriage twist that into a bubble of mocha for the pant leg, and at the tip of that, I'll put an inflated double pinch twist loop for the shoe. So let's do that. Camera moved. There we go. Tie looks a little weird there, buddy. Okay, looking good. All right, first steps first, I'm going to puff inflate a white 260, which I will do by using my mouth. Just gonna tie this here. This just makes the balloon a little more rigid and less floppy. Still pretty floppy, though. We'll take a black 160 for our shoe. I'm going to do 1, 2 small pinch twists. And then a small, maybe 1-inch loop. Twist that right into our pinch twists there. Beautiful. And because shoes come in pairs, we'll do the same thing to the leftover part of this balloon. Bubble, bubble, double pinch twist, squeeze, 1-inch loop, twist around there, back through. And we don't need this, but I'm gonna rip this part off. Yeah! Gorgeous. Ooh, hang on, hang on, hang on. Ryoki, I'm glad, I want to show you the actual new camera angle. That's like also new camera angle, but let me show you real quick because you gotta go. And hi, Sylphine, I see you. I am, doing stuff, but don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm just filming. Okay, this is my new camera angle for doing artwork. I'm calling it either the over the shoulder or the studio floor cam. Look at this. Now I can draw the faces that I'm drawing and be looking at it on my own artwork so I can see what I'm doing. But you get to see what I'm doing too, thanks to this camera up here. Pretty handy dandy, huh? I've literally been wanting this camera angle since forever, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I was inspired by RC making that very generous donation to the stream, where I was like, you know what? I don't have to like buy new. This is an old webcam that I had. I just found a way to kind of rig it to be in the right angle. So thank you for not giving up on me, friends. We'll keep being interesting, I promise. I break promises a lot. Okay. But we're making SpongeBob shoes. It's like the Charlie Chan. You get it. Okay. Puff inflated leg. I don't want the legs to be too long. I'm going to tie this here. Beautiful. And we'll cut that off. Now I'm going to tie another section that's the same length. Oops, I'm dropping things. That's on brand. Push this up to the top. Whoop. There we go. Tying this here. Nice. Cut that off. All right, here are our legs for SpongeBob. And the leg bones attached to the shoe bone. I paid attention in anatomy. Yeah. Oh, no. Yes. There we go. Now we can do the Charlie Chaplin thing better, huh? Woo! Do the splits. Okay. SpongeBob's feet looking great. Got a little bit of air in the mocha brown. Cut off our nozzle. And I will take SpongeBob's leg and insert it into this bubble here, just about an inch in. I don't want too much. And twist around there. Cut off our extra. Wrap that around the knot, through the loop of our fingers, pull that tight. There is SpongeBob's pant leg and foot. Of course, we gotta do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, about the same size. Good. Wrapping that around through the loop. Pull that tight. Gorgeous. Now these ones I tied straight up, not off to the side like I did the sleeves, because the legs just go straight up into the body. Look how cute these are. Okay. So we've got some scrap at the end of this leg unit. I'm going to push this on the base here. And I'm going to take this scrap wrap it around the side pinch twist. But I don't want the leg to just be set over there. I think that's too wide set of a stance. I'd like the legs to be a little more in the center. So I'm pulling the scrap there, but I'm leaving it. I might do a little bit of tightening later. You know how it is. Oh, I love that we have new friends joining us. Okay, sorry, I have all my alerts turned off because I'm filming something right now. But I love you. I see you. I appreciate you. I Spongebob kick you. No, I don't. Okay. Next leg, same situation. Bottom side of the Spongebob. Pulling this in here. Wrapping it around. Okay, the legs are kind of splayed out. I'm going to take this extra scrap and I'll hold these legs into the position that I want them, which is more in the center of the body. And take the scrap and wrap them around both of the legs and then back to the opposite pinch twist. And that kind of cinches the two legs together so that they come out from the center of the of Spongebob as opposed to out on the sides by those edge pinch twists. Is that a necessary step? I think that's the wrong question. Is balloon art necessary at all? No. All right, cool. Cool, some of you were paying attention. Hey, these feeds. Yes, LC. That's exactly what they look like. Hello, 25. Hello. Okay, I'm ignoring chat right now, 25, so it's not you. I'm just being me. It's not you, I'm just me. Okay. So Spongebob has a great smile here and this lovely curved lower lip. We need the two teeth. His buck teeth are kind of biting into the lower lip, which makes that shape. We need to do our eyes, and of course we need our Krusty Krab hat. It's the uniform, SpongeBob. Come on. All right, which should I do first? The Krusty Krab hat or the teeth? Let's do the teeth. Dentist first. Let's pull this guy back. I like that he's, I don't know if you can see, he's sitting, like I pulled his feet forward, so he's sitting. So cute. Okay. Oh, SpongeBob. Looks so weird. The tie, I don't like how this knot is showing on the tie right here. Better? Better. Slightly better. Better anyway. Okay. Good job, SpongeBob. Teeth. All right. SpongeBob's lip is like that because he's biting it with his teeth. So let's make a couple of teeth. I just need the little scrap of white 160. I'm going to make basically the smallest pinch twist I can. Make it nice and small bubble. Wrap that around. And tie it to itself. I'll do it twice. So you get this nice little squished, flat bean shape. I will trim that and do another. I think that's about the size. Tie it to itself. Whoop, twice. And we have two teeth. Perfect. So I wanted to make these teeth very small so I can just tuck them in. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. I like it. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side. Ah! I'm going to drop it on the floor, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just as I planned. There, look at that. Now, technically, these balloons are just tucked in there. They're not, it's not a very sturdy placement. If I were making this as like a gift for someone or like a display piece, a delivery piece, I would probably glue in those teeth. I don't think there's a connection point that will help them stay centered in this exact location. So a glue dash or a little bit of rubber cement, but look at that. So good. Okay. We need to wear our hats. All right. You don't need that. I'm going to bring in SpongeBob with his teeth. Right. Oh, did I lose a bubble? Hold up. I think I lost a bubble. Well, that'll probably still be okay, but it's obnoxious, but I think I'll survive. Don't cross your legs here, SpongeBob. There you go. Nice. Oh, SpongeBob. You're one wild and crazy guy. All right. The Krusty Krab hat has 3 components. The white hat at the top, the blue brim at the base, and a black hat band at the bottom. Of course, we have a anchor drawn on. So the hat is basically, it looks exactly like the tail end of a 260. So we're just going to cut off this little bit here and inflate this. Here we go. I'm going to bend this back. And we probably only need about this much space here. This was about the size of, can I do it? If I pull it further back, there we go. Now that is about the size of the hat that we see in the image. Perfect. So we'll just tie this right here. Nice long scrap. I'll take this skinny 160 blue to be my hat brim. So I'll make a loop here. I'm gonna make it nice and soft loop because I'm gonna try and shape it a bit. This is about a 2-inch loop twist. Push the loop through here, tie it off. Don't need that part. That part's extra. And we'll tie this. Now I made it soft so I could kind of pull it apart and make 2 So make this more of a triangle shape than a loop shape. If that makes sense. We're kind of trying to make 2 angles out here. Little shock twist. Perfect. That makes a nice little hat brim. Then our last hat detail will be a double pinch twist in black 260. Pretty simple, but necessary. I'm going to do them slightly different sized pinch twists. One slightly larger than the other. Just in case I need help angling and positioning the hat on top of the head. We'll rip this part off. Don't need that part. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. You can't see, but I like when he sits with his feet off the table. It's very adorable. So step 1, we will attach the hat to the pinch twists down here. Excellent. Ahoy. And we left the pinch twist in between the eyes. That was to kind of help anchor the nose, but it's also going to be helpful as we position this hat. The hat kind of comes from behind the closest eye to Spongebob in this image. So I'm going to anchor the hat to the side of the pinch twist a bit. It may not be exact, but let me throw my balloon around. Trying to tuck my fingers under this bubble so I can hold it better. Perfect. Taking this scrap, going around the pinch twist and the nose. Back through my double pinch twist. And now over to the side pinch twist. That'll hopefully help it. Let's see, be anchored over to the side. You gotta tilt it. So it's kind of, oh, nice. Looking good. Yes. I like it. Now we gotta add the brim. The brim, it's gonna be tricky for me to do. Let me see if I can do this over the shoulder camera for attaching that. Actually, let's go over here. I think one thing I wanted to do is change on this camera. Ooh, 25. I send you the best of wishes. I hope you get that job, my friend. I'm gonna try and take this to -7. I know it's super dark, but I think, is it still, it's too dark. Maybe what I'll do is we'll take it to -6, or we can take it to -5, but we can drop our gain. Still kind of. Trying to, sorry, I'm like adjusting my camera while doing this. I think that'll work. Okay. Okay. All right. Make room for myself while I'm standing here. Okay. So we've got the hat on the head, and I need to attach this brim so that it's coming up on the other side. And yeah, I can do that. I have a little bit of scrap here. I'm going to try and attach it to this pinch twist as well. Also tuck it into the black pinch twists just in case. I kind of like it. Let's see here. The hat needs to be bent backwards more. There we go. There we go. Here. I like this. So I'm trying to nudge the cheeks in front of the eye and angle them upward, which will kind of emphasize the smile since I'm not able to get a fully curved smile for SpongeBob. All right. Look at this. Oh, he's very happy. Okay. Angle our hands down a little more. Angle our tie. Ugh. So good. I love it. Okay, now I gotta do the drawing part. What is happening with my hair? Don't mind me. I haven't had my hair cut in forever. Am I growing it out for the winter? Or am I just poor and lazy? Get a good picture of SpongeBob doing his thing. SpongeBob. Okay. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just trying to make it perfect, which it never will be. I almost want the eyes to be a little flatter. You know what I mean? I'm going to try and take a 260 scrap, flatten all the air out of it, tie this end, and now I'm going to try to really strap down the eyes so they're not quite as pointing up in the center. This poor pinch twist has so much wrapped around it. I don't want to ask it to do too much more heavy lifting, but just a little bit. Okay, so this comes across and down. And this one also. That's better. Angle up my cheeks. Down my smile. I wish I had. This is me being nitpicky. Don't mind me. Said don't mind me. Oh, nice variant. I that's what I like about cooking. Baking tends to be a little more like if you mess something up, the chemical reactions won't take place. But like cooking, I feel like you can mess it up and it's still gonna be pretty good. As long as you know what you put in it. You're like, I like those things. Okay. I'm gonna try. Did this work? Hey! Oh, we just got a raid. Hang on, I'm gonna turn on the Twitch stuff because we just got a raid. Hello, friends. We're trying to make the SpongeBob face where SpongeBob finds out that Squidward likes Krabby Patties. You know. That face that you made when you discovered that your friend actually enjoys your guilty pleasure as well. Hello, Emily Henry Music. How was the music? How are the tunes today, my friends? Good to have you. Bob does stuff, and now what Bob is doing is watching the SharpBalloons stream. Nice, Bob. We're making SpongeBob. Bubble Fight Club. I got so many bubbles here today, Bubble Fight Club. Hello, welcome. Runtime, hi Runtime, you've seen and heard, and now you reach out for the new world. Do it. The new balloon world. Michelle Bird, hello. Bird or Bard? Are you a musician? Hello. Thank you for reaching out, Cat, darn it. Hi. Yay, bubbles! So many bubbles! Oh my gosh! One is just continually spinning back there. Hi, friends. It's good to have you. I did pin a message at the top of the chat, which basically explains what I'm doing today, which is filming a video of a YouTube video of SpongeBob. However, I'm so happy to have you here. Hello, Emily Henry Music. How was your stream? Thank you, McDougal, for shouting out. Oh, Stardew Valley. Wait, it's your 5-year stream anniversary! With your brother? Say hi to your brother for me. Hello! Welcome. Oh, you know what? A 5-year anniversary. I feel like a balloons party celebration. It's perfect. Yay! Oh, Ray, nice. Excellent. The new one. Last Wednesday's live stream. The video should be up on our YouTube page this afternoon at 3 p.m. Episode number 8. Hello. Okay. Emily Henry maybe had to run because, like, I get it. It's the 5-year stream anniversary. Probably went a long time. Lots to do. You got to decompress. You got to, But you, who are a fan of Emily Henry, what are her 2 favorite colors? What would you guess? I see a lot of like turquoise in the emotes, like a pastel kind of like blue, maybe some light pinks and purples. Slight variations can result in a different but still tasty dish. Agreed, K-pop. Honestly, same for balloons. It's bonkers that way. Oh, that's good. Is that purple and like a nice bright teal color? I like that bubble. I'm gonna make the Raid lightsaber welcoming you, friends, to the SharpBalloons stream. Hi, my name is Shana Sharp. I'm a balloon artist. That's basically it. in a nutshell, I think you're going to like it here. I don't know. Do you like balloon art? You're probably going to like it here. Do you not like balloon art? You might not like it here. Just telling you. All right, this one's for Emily. Yeah. I think this is a color that Emily would approve of, don't you? Stretch. Put this here. Twist these two ends together. Fantastic. I made this balloon at a birthday party on Sunday. And for the first time ever, I was waving it around as I do, and it popped, like, instantly. And I was like, what happened? And I looked up. I was standing underneath a pine tree. The party hosts had me and my balloon station underneath a pine tree that had boughs that were about, like, this high above my head. All the spikes. So anytime you go up with the balloon, bam! It's important to be aware of your environment. All right. Twisting that here. Can't believe Emily Henry having a 5-year anniversary. That's nice. We're going to be coming up on ours in March, I want to say. Yep. So Emily Henry Music and I both started streaming to Twitch during the shutdown. When the rest of us were all like, what are we gonna do now? The pine is mightier than the sword. Axelrod, yes, very much so. Oh, thank you, Kate Butts. I have a couple of these hand-painted jumpsuits so that I match every party theme. You see? All right, but the party theme for today is Emily Henry having a 5-year streamiversary. Let's go. So I'm going to write Emily on the Raid lightsaber here. It's capital, right? Yes. Emily Henry Music. Friends, thank you for raiding over here. It is so nice to have you. We do some pretty fun and silly things. I've got you written on the Raid lightsaber. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, lady, doesn't look like a lightsaber. And you're right. It does not look like a lightsaber. But it does sound like one. There's so many bubbles around here. I'm going to, like, run into them. Don't want to pop the bubbles, you know. Ooh, Michelle Graffel, my goodness. Thank you so much for your subscription, for your support of weirdos like me. You're a weirdo like me, too. I can feel it. How did I decide on wearing a jumpsuit? Great question. K-Bots, I don't like making decisions. If it's the ADHD. Executive function is a problem. I've never been. I don't like having to be like, ooh, what am I going to wear for this princess party versus this superhero party versus this race car party versus this dinosaur party versus this Gabby's dog. I'm like, no, I just want to wear something brightly colored that I can pull over like normal clothes or, over undergarments so that if I sweat, it's not all in the suit. It's a work suit. I'm going to work. I'm a working crafts person. I'm an artisan. And I like it. They're very comfortable. I don't have to worry about, it being too tight or too restrictive in movement. That's why I like it. I hope you like my reasons. And if you don't, that's probably okay. Cat. Hello, Cat. It is such a good jumpsuit. Thank you, McDougal. I have many more that I just haven't bitten the bullet on painting yet. Because again, it's that decisions thing. It's that like, what do I like once you put paint on a thing, you can't unpaint it, you know? So there's no control Z. So I'm nervous. Smart casual. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jen Lens. Look, if anyone's gonna call me smart, if Jen does, I will take it as a sincere compliment. One of the smartest souls in our chat. Thank you again, Emily Henry Music. We are going to return to the just recording portion of our show. So again, normally on Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm very chatty with chat. I like to read and be conversational, and my husband joins me. But today, because we're working on this special project, I am not reading chat. I'm just making this SpongeBob balloon. So thank you for joining us, and perhaps you're interested in how we complete this design. If you are, stick around. We're just about done. I can't believe we're already almost done. Can you believe it? SpongeBob! He's SpongeBob. Okay. But enough of that. I did this like 160 bubble here. Not sure how I feel about it, but there, that's better, I think. What a weird perfectionist I am. Okay. All right, this SpongeBob is almost complete. We need the logo, the little anchor on the hat. We need the eyes, of course. We need some sponge freckles, whatever you call those. But we're almost done. It's basically all down to the marker work. So let's do our new close-up angle. Let's see, I'm going to do white for the eyes first. I'll do white first. Then we'll do the green for the sponge circles. Then we'll do red for the cheeks. Then we'll do blue for the eyes. Maybe I'll do the blue. I had a navy blue. There it is. Yes. Navy blue for the anchor of the hat. Black for our pupils and our belt. Great. Great. Jumpsuit cuts down on the shirt riding up. Yeah, no, for sure. Not a lot of accidental midriff shots when you're wearing a one piece. Although, you know, as a mom in my 40s, I've kind of embraced the I don't need to be super cute all the time. It's probably for the best that I'm not trying. All right, here we go. Over the shoulder. Boop. Oh my, what a fancy new camera angle you have there. Thanks for noticing. Okay, let me see if I'm positioned properly. It's like a very weird, I'm gonna have to like do an X on the floor to remind myself where I need to hold him. Okay. SpongeBob SquarePants. And my messy studio floor, which it's fine. What did you think it was going to be? A clean artist studio? Please. Please. Oh, this tooth is a little too far out of the mouth. Back inside there. Perfect. Okay, much better. All right. First things first, I like to get my white paint marker on the balloon because, whoa! I want to shake my cap off. That angle is flipped, so don't pay attention to it. I always like to start with my white paint areas because that needs to dry before I can get my my official color drawn on top of it. So I'm going to draw the whites of SpongeBob's eyes. Kind of curves up here. There's less eyelid visible on the top of the eye than there is on the bottom. And it goes all the way to the edge here. So we're just coloring in a stripe of white there. And then we'll do the same thing on this other eye. Doesn't show up that well, but I will outline it for a little more contrast once it's ready. Love it. So good. Okay. Yeah, if I draw like this, that's good. That's good. Okay. Now, while the white is drying, I'm going to add some green sponge freckles here. I'm just going to kind of randomly place these. These are just the SpongeBob's green sponge holes. A few on the dark side here. There's not really any above his eyes, so we'll do a couple there. Looking good. Maybe even one down here. Nice. Okay, we're quite sponged. Now, red marker. Red marker will be for the cheeks, our freckles, right here. So let's do... nice and visible. Looking good, SpongeBob. All right, I am going to draw our anchor on the crab, the Krusty Krab hat. So it's a circle, a vertical line. Not a very big anchor. There we go. Rotate that more. Perfect. You can still see it. There is also, I'm noticing, a red kind of seam down the side of the hat, so I'm going to also draw that. There we go. Nice. And now we'll need to do SpongeBob's beautiful blue eyes. So they're kind of looking out to the side. We'll draw this one right up here. Just coloring that in, and then over here as well. Oh, yeah. I tell ya. Nothing like drawing the eyes on a thing to start bringing it to life. Of course, we'll need our black marker for our final details. So, Starting with the least important part first. Here's our, we're gonna do some belt sections on SpongeBob here. Great job, SpongeBob. And now we're going to outline our eyes. Now, I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna start by outlining in brown, and the reason I'm doing this is because I worry that the black outline will be too big of a contrast between like the mouth and areas that in the original illustration had a strong black outline but wouldn't in a 3D balloon animal. So we'll see. I might end up going over it in black anyway. Oh my goodness. And then over here as well. I think that looks like pretty good. And then if I take my black and do just the pupils. Oh, Squidward. SpongeBob knows your secrets. Look at that! Oh, nothing gets past SpongeBob. I do love this. I do love this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I do think I am gonna do the outline in black. Nothing. Whoops. Nothing like a black outline, I tell you. It's oh, I'm not even. Come on, Shana, new camera angle. Get used to it. Get used to it. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I love it. Come on, you love it, don't ya? Yeah! You like Krabby Patties, don't ya? Just one taste. Just one taste. Oh, look how cute. Ah! It's even better when you can, like, see his legs. Look at that. So good. My favorite part is the curl of that lower lip, the biting the lower lip. It's so iconic. It's so perfect. Go SpongeBob. Go SpongeBob. Hang on, let me turn this a little bit. There we go. I think that's probably better. Not too much brightness. Look at that! Hey, SpongeBob, look at you! You like Krabby Patties! Yay! POV, SpongeBob just found out you like Krabby Patties. Yeah! Look at that! Wait. Can you get light on your teeth there? There we go. It's a little too cool. Oh, wait, we can do it, Shana. We can do it. There, that's better. His little arms and his little legs. It's too much. Yay! SpongeBob SquarePants. Very cool.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Yes, I did watch the episode last night as I was working on this. I'm like, you know what? I should watch the full episode. The hat's not quite as bent to the side as it should be. There we go. Oh my gosh. It's so good. That's how you know it's good. You can't stop looking at it. You're like, yeah, nailed it. Okay. Let's put our Mr. Bob. Some feet sticking there. Oh my gosh. He's just precious. So, these are the two different SpongeBobs. Now, I can see why you might prefer either of these. This is clearly the more classic SpongeBob. It goes much faster. But this one is so specifically that one meme. I really love it. And there's room for all SpongeBobs in our hearts. I love it. Should I have Little Bob by you? Yeah. Nice. We're doing great. All right, friends, let's turn on our regular overlays. I'll stop recording. Stop recording. There we go. How you do? You like the new one? Thank you, Mythic Gamer. It takes a lot longer. Like, if I see you at a birthday party and you're like, hey, it's me, Mythic Gamer, I'll be like, I'd love to make a balloon for you. And if you say that one SpongeBob, I may slap you. No, I wouldn't. Sassy girly, yay! Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it came out good. Oh, you like his teeth? Abso-looking-flutely. Your name is gonna get me in trouble one of these days. Love it! Dreamers Arcade, you like it too? Nice! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Who lives in an eggplant under the sea? Fun fact, I love Green Bam's fun facts. Sponge holes are called ostia. And Green Bam doesn't know why. They remember that. Green Bam, can ostia be used to refer to the hole in any hold thing? For example, Swiss cheese. Is Swiss cheese riddled with ostia, or is that specifically like a biological thing? Like, oh no, it has to be like a pore for a creature. Either way, I bet it's the latter. But I'm just checking. Hey, Green Bam, yeah, new camera angle. Thanks for noticing. One of the film clapperboard things. Oh, McDougal, that's a smart idea. I could make one. You know what? Like, I've made a lot of, like, if I can make this stuff, I can make a clapper board, right? So I'll make a clapper board. That'll be fun. I like that for like changing modes. The one problem is that like, you know, if someone happens to not be looking when you do that, they'll be like, "What's
Take my
going
sub.
on?"
Take it now.
What? Tiger Snoopy! I shall take your sub. No take-backs. I mean, I don't know if there are no take-backs, but thank you. I appreciate that. Lowercase small scream. Need to work on the questions you ask in interviews. Did you have an interview and did you feel like you're like, I wasn't asking the real penetrating, insightful clues that would tell if they're going to be a terrible coworker or not? Because that's good to know. Thank you so much, Tiger Snoopy. With your Prime. You only get one Prime sub, and you're using it on this weirdo. Heck yeah. Okay. Or RC, did you see the new camera angle? I'm just very excited about it. The studio floor. Studio floor camera angle. And Shana drawing on balloons camera angle. I like this. I just have to learn exactly where to stand. This is perfect. Let's put like an X on the floor here or something. And then it's like, do I always hold my hands in the same place? You ever want to overthink how you stand when you do a thing you do every day? Start streaming. Weirdos gotta stick together. Yes! So we can make a giant tangled weirdo king and take over these sewers! Nice. Check out that floor! Oh yeah! That's a nice floor. Okay, RC was interviewing someone to join the team, and you're like, can you interview? And you're like, sure, let me get my anxiety, be highly opinionated on the interview process that I loathe, and overthink things. Sounds like fun. You said yes, though. You're such a good team member. RC, they just know. They're like, look, we better have RC, because what if you hired someone without your approval, and they'd be like, ugh. We didn't run it through the RC filter. Not what you were thinking of, but you're down. Yes. And then maybe after we take over the sewers, we can take over the world or whatever. Oh, friends. I'm so happy. I like what we're building here. Thank you so much. I like our little bubble studio. This is our new temporary home while I'm working on the Spongebob balloons. I will probably be doing Spongebob balloons tomorrow as well. So our normal stream time is 10 a.m. Pacific on Mondays and Tuesdays. Normally, they're very interactive, chatty streams where my husband and I just like vibe with chat. But today, or this week rather, we'll be focusing on making this project. We will not have our regular YouTube live stream on this Wednesday. Family stuff. We don't have the daycare or the childcare. It's no big deal. We will return on the following Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, but the interview is over. Okay, so you're done. Good job, RC. Which means it's time to get paid to judge someone. Dreams really do come true. That's great. Do you get to like go into another room with other folks and like just like talk smack about the interviewee? How many interviewees were there? Just one person? Like they're coming in to join the team? Enjoy the pizza and judgment. Some people like to dip their pizza in ranch. I prefer judgment. Ooh, Green Bam, undercutting the market. Yikes. Don't you know we're trying to price fix here, Green Bam? Come on. 3 people so far. Is that the last of the 3? You said the interview is concluded. Or is it like if you end up being like all 3 were hot garbage, then you're going to interview more? People will pay you for it, all the better. You know when they're not going to pay you for it? When you just give it away for free. Look at me. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, they do pay you for it sometimes. Same. Every once in a while. When they do, I get to feel really, really good about myself. And that's how I get paid, in feeling good about myself. All right, friends. This has been lovely. I feel good about this. Again, if you come back in tomorrow, we'll probably be working on some more SpongeBob balloons. I've got to do Patrick, Sandy, Squidward, and remake this very excellent Plankton who was slowly shriveling. He was so good when he was brand new, but I like as he's declining, he's like kind of doing a little dance, like his legs somehow got pulled up, so he's doing like a little kick, like hi-ya! And he looks like less angry. I think he's chilled out in his old age. His eyebrow used to be like this, but now it's like flat. Maybe he's like, oh yeah. Anyway, age is really chilled out Plankton. We'll have to make another one of these this week. So yeah, if you want to see how I made that. I know a great Twitch stream you should follow. Maybe even subscribe to. What? No, that's crazy. Okay. Thank you, little Chris Moonshine. Aw, shucks. Variants out here handing out criticism like junk mail. Yes, too much. Muchacha. Estefi! You like it. Okay, interviews in the software world, according to RC. 30 minutes to 1 hour talking to HR recruiter. 1 hour phone screen. 4 1-hour interviews back to back. 4 hours of interviewing back to back with managers, developers, etc. And you were one of the last ones. Oh, great. So you got them when they were like running thin on their social veneer. Woo! I love it. Plankton's always happy. Just has a bad rap. He went to college, okay? It's pretty smart. Just gonna say. That's over 3 days. That's intense. That's a lot, RC. I guess it's competitive. It was actually a couple more hours when Green Bam did it. Then Green Bam broke the mold, and they're like, you know what? Those hours were hard on us. Let's make it shorter, because I don't get caught with that applicant again. Every person. Do you know what my hiring process is for birthday parties? Somebody sends me a message. They say, hey, are you available? I say, yeah, I'm available. Here's my price. Half of them say, that's too expensive. And then I never hear from them again. Half of them say, excellent. Show up at this time. And I say, very good. And then I'm there with their children at their home address. Good thing I'm a trustworthy person, right? Can you imagine like a 3 to 4 hour interview process for Birthday Clown? But I would. Is that what my live streaming kind of is, though? I've been interviewing for this, like, chief clown officer job for years now, honestly. Puff that panda! Oh my gosh, I love your alliteration. Balloons everywhere! Bubbles. Would you like to see some balloons that don't just look clear and round? Like a SpongeBob who lives in a scrap pile there on my desk. SpongeBob SquarePants. We also have this one. This one's much better. But it took way longer. I don't know if it's like worth it, you know? Standard interview process for software. Smell a new balloon. Balloon twister interview process. Can you imagine? That'd be fun. Everyone's sitting in a lobby waiting to be called into the interview. Oh my gosh, she's wearing the same jumpsuit as me. Each with their signature. What would be my signature balloon? Golden Girl bobsled team? Probably. but this one's pretty great. Oh my gosh, I love this. I can't. You know it's good art. Well, first of all, good art is a lie, but you know it's good art if you can't stop looking at it. Do you ever do that? You like draw something or you make something and you just like keep looking at it because you're like, it's good though. That's how you know. That's your inner judge that actually, like, when you align, when you like satisfy your inner judge, that's a good feeling. Doesn't happen all the time. You don't think I have signature balloon? Just know it would be something with a face. Would it be Shana making Shana making Shana making Shana? That would make quite an impression in an interview process. Hello, does your child like me? Forever? Ooh, maybe. CEO, we've been moving into the giggity muck sector with astounding results. CFO, I am definitely not embezzling from this company. Chief Clown Officer, huh? I want to do I wish I could do that noise better. You know, like the squeezy honk. There's like an inhale afterwards that I can't quite nail. Oh, the Pygmalion effect. Zimps, that's perfect. That is perfect. Yes. The sculptor who fell in love with his own work. Exactly.
Patrick, all I want is Henry Higgins Ed.
Perfect. The interview door opens. There's some twister crying with half-completed balloon dog while someone else is writing something on a clipboard while holding a stopwatch. No pressure, but all of these children will begin crying if you do not answer the question properly. You make plushies. Guilty? Oh, nay, Zimps. I don't think it's anything. I don't know. Perhaps you're just saying like I do that, but just in case it is something you feel slightly ashamed of, I wish to absolve you of that shame. You are allowed to derive joy from your own skill. It's not self-centered or egomaniacal or narcissistic to be delighted by what you have wrought. So, go for it. Take another look. I won't tell.
You like Krabby Patties, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Liking your own work is good. It's like one of those like no strings pleasure moments that we don't get often enough as grown-ups. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, swim in it. Scrooge McDuck in your own vault of your own feelings of self-worth and validation. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm a clown. Should probably not be hanging on my every word. What do I know? Thank you! You feel very absolved. You have a little crush named Pygmalion. Is it one that you were like, I'm gonna keep this one because I cannot. I love it so. I really like that. The thing that keeps me from like hoarding all the balloons that I love so much is they just shrivel and die, you know. Like they do. But it's probably for the best. Otherwise, I would have too many balloons around here that I was in love with. I'd be like, no, but they're all so good. You held him for days just staring at him. See, Zimps, I'm so glad you chimed into this conversation because you totally know what I'm talking about. And I only want to hear from people who agree with me. What am I? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. We're having fun here, everybody. Held him for days. Capital is out here taking credit for all human creative endeavor. Take the credit back. We make the cool stuff. That's right. That's right. This is my face when I realize I made all the cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, all right. I do have to actually kind of wrap it up today. This whole week is early release from LA Unified because we're doing parent-teacher conferences this week. I'm so excited. And a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You know? Because it's like my precious genius baby boy. What are you gonna tell me? Is it gonna be bad? I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. We had some behavior issues earlier this year. He's such a smart kid, but he's also not super, like, socially trained. I don't know how that happened with me and Mr. Sharp as his parents, but, you know, he'll get there. That's honestly, I'm not even worried about him, like, not learning how to add or subtract. Of course he's going to. He's great at reading. Any of the academic stuff, I have, like, zero worries on. It's mostly the social stuff that I'd like him to just have a literal sandbox to just mess around and see how these human things work. He's been in that school plotting.
Evil, yes. Yes.
Kiddo is a bit intense sometimes. I don't know if he's that intense at school. I think he's just like... you know what? It's mostly just impulse control, which, like, you know, the ADHD is strong in my family line. Impulse control is one of those issues. That is why I have the life that I have right now instead of, you know, a 401k. So it's fine. I'm sure he'll learn to deal with it with such fantastic role models as Mr. Sharp and myself. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling because I missed you guys over the weekend. And I don't, you know, like I don't want to end the stream, but like I should end the stream. So, to that end, the ADHD is so strong, Tiger. So strong. ADHD AF. Let's take a look and see who we can raid out to. I'm going to scroll through who's live right now. Oh, SharpBalloons is live. Weird, that lady. It's been a minute. That's a good one. There. Oh, that's a cute one. God, there's such good choices. It's hard to decide. This is why I love Mr. Sharp deciding what you know what? Let's go see Play in the Mud. It's been a minute since we've done that, and it looks like Play in the Mud is doing some glazing of some ceramic work. I love ceramics. I'm fascinated by the process. It's one of those, because it's like three-dimensional sculpture, right? So very different medium, also very breakable, but in a different kind of way. I probably wouldn't hang a bunch of ceramics from my ceiling if I were doing a Spongebob ceramic stream. You get it. You'll be able to... Wait. Hegel was writing his diary in Latin by the age of 10? Well, he's no Hegel, I'll tell you that. Bring us with for an IRL stream of the parent-teacher conference. What could possibly go wrong? Thank you. Green Bam, you can be my Cyrano de Bergerac anytime. Just get a little earbud in. You can tell me how to pronounce things. It'll be perfect. Perfect. All right, friends. We are going to raid out to Play in the Mud. I didn't spell that correctly. Play in the Mud. Boom. Enter. Yeah, no, I think that scheme worked out really well for Cyrano himself and Christian and Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light. Sub-raid. There we go. Thank you for the reminder of the raid call. K-pop fan mom friends, please do a copy and a paste of one of those raid messages, whichever you know has the flair that you have access to, because we want to pump up the stream we're heading to. Play in the Mud is working with ceramics. It's a very calm thing. They may not be checking chat because their hands are very much occupied, but I just want to bring some light, some color, some joy. Honestly, everywhere I go, if I could just throw joy confetti everywhere I went, that's what I would be doing. I can't, it's a littering thing. But here, in this instance, we're bursting into someone else's room and we're throwing confetti as we walk in saying, hello, we're here, we're happy to be here, we're pumping you up. So thank you for copying and pasting the raid message. We got 10 seconds. Need more flashing lights. It's true. More flashing lights. Wait. Yeah, success. Perfect. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week. See you tomorrow. Bye.